A lot of people hear the word budget and immediately think of stress, limits, and frustration. They picture a strict system that is too hard to follow and too annoying to maintain. That is why so many beginners avoid budgeting altogether. But the problem is not that budgeting does not work. The problem is that most people build budgets that are too complicated, too strict, or too unrealistic for real life. A good budget should not make your life miserable. It should help you understand your money, control your spending, and create more space for the things that matter. In this video, we are going to talk about how to build a budget that actually works in real life, not just on paper. Let's get into it. 1. Start with real numbers. One of the biggest mistakes people make is building a budget based on what they think they spend instead of what they actually spend. They guess their numbers, make a plan, and then wonder why it falls apart. A budget only works when it reflects real life. That means you need to look at your actual spending first. Track where your money has been going for at least a few weeks. Check your bank statements, app activity, and regular expenses. Do not build your budget around a fantasy version of your life. When you know the truth, you can make a smarter plan. 2. Keep it simple. A budget does not need to be complicated to be effective. In fact, simpler is usually better. The more categories, rules, and details you add, the harder it becomes to follow. A simple budget might only include a few basic categories: bills, groceries, transportation, savings, and personal spending. That is enough for most people to get started. The goal is not to create a perfect financial system on day one. The goal is to create something you can actually stick with. If your budget feels confusing, you will stop using it. If it feels simple, you are much more likely to keep going. 3. Give every dollar a purpose. One of the most powerful parts of budgeting is deciding what your money is supposed to do before you spend it. If every dollar has a purpose, it becomes much harder to waste money without thinking. That does not mean every category has to be perfect. It just means your money should have direction. Some money goes to bills. Some goes to food. Some goes to savings. Some goes to personal spending. Some goes to emergencies. When you give your money a job, you stop feeling like it disappears randomly. A budget is really just a plan for where your money should go. 4. Include savings from the start. A budget that only covers spending is incomplete. If you want your financial life to improve, savings need to be part of the plan from the beginning. A lot of people treat savings like something they will add later if there is anything left over. But in real life, there is usually nothing left over. That is why savings should be included as a regular part of the budget. Even if the amount is small, it matters. Saving consistently builds momentum and creates financial breathing room over time. The earlier you build the habit, the easier it becomes to grow it later. 5. Leave room for real life. A budget that does not leave space for unexpected expenses, fun spending, or small mistakes will not survive very long. Real life is not perfectly predictable. Things come up. Plans change. People get tired. Bills surprise you. And sometimes, you just want to enjoy a little money without feeling guilty. That is normal. A budget that works has flexibility. It should include room for things like eating out once in a while, small fun purchases, or unexpected costs. If your plan is too strict, you will eventually rebel against it. Leaving space in your budget does not mean you are being careless. It means you are being realistic. 6. Track your spending regularly. A budget is not something you build once and forget about. It needs to be checked and updated. If you do not review your spending, your budget slowly becomes less useful over time. Even a simple weekly or monthly check-in can help a lot. Look at what worked, what did not, and where money slipped away. This keeps your budget connected to reality. Tracking helps you stay aware, and awareness is one of the most important parts of good money management. If you never look back, you cannot improve. 7. Set one clear goal. A budget works much better when it is connected to a goal. Maybe you want to save for an emergency fund. Maybe you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you want to pay off debt. Maybe you just want more control over your money. When you know why you are budgeting, it feels more meaningful. Without a goal, A budget can feel like random restriction. With a goal, it feels like progress. Your goal does not have to be huge, it just has to matter to you. That purpose will help you stay motivated when budgeting feels boring or uncomfortable. 8. Separate needs from wants. A lot of budgeting problems happen because people do not clearly separate needs from wants. Needs are the things you truly must have to live and function. Wants are the things that make life nicer, but are not essential. When you mix those two together, it becomes easy to overspend. A good budget makes this distinction clear. It helps you cover the essentials first, then decide what optional spending actually fits your life. This simple habit can protect your money from being wasted on things that are not really important. You do not need to eliminate wants, you just need to recognize them honestly. 9. Make adjustments instead of quitting. No budget is perfect forever. Over time, your income may change, your bills may change, and your habits may change too. That means your budget should be adjusted when needed. A lot of people quit budgeting after one bad month or one mistake. But one mistake does not mean the budget failed, it usually just means the budget needs an update. If groceries were too low, change that category. If a transportation cost more than expected, adjust it. A budget should evolve with your life. The best budgets are flexible enough to grow with you. 10. Use a system you can repeat. The most important part of a budget is not how impressive it looks, it is whether you can actually repeat it month after month. A budget that works is one you can realistically follow. It helps you spend less without feeling lost. It helps you save more without feeling trapped. It gives you clarity instead of confusion. The system may be simple, but if it is consistent, it can still change your financial life. A budget that actually works is not the most strict one. It is the one that fits your real life, your real spending, and your real goals. Start with real numbers. Keep it simple. Leave room for life. Track your spending, include savings, and keep adjusting as you go. When budgeting becomes practical instead of painful, it starts to work much better. You do not need a perfect budget. You need a realistic one that you can actually use. Start simple, stay consistent, and let the habit grow over time.